Thank you so much for joining me on another episode today. I'm super, super honored to have my friend Ryan with me today. I've known Ryan from a Toastmasters club, which is a public speaking club, for I want to say about a month. Have I been
Yeah,
going?
roughly about almost 2 months, I'll say.
Yeah, oh yeah, honestly, probably more in September. My first ever meeting, I was very thankful to have witnessed Ryan's icebreaker, which if you don't know, aren't familiar with Toastmasters, it's the first speech you ever give, and it's just a quick introduction into you, what people should know about you, and things like that. So I got to know Ryan really well right off the bat. And I'm really honored that he took some time to spend it with me. So Ryan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for inviting me.
Of
Glad to be
course.
here.
Yeah. So I know a little bit about your story, but I'd love for you to share a little bit on your pressure washing business because you started that all on your own, no prerequisite. You just kind of had this idea. So I'd love for you to share a little bit on that.
Gotcha. So yes, I graduated from UCF last May 2022, and I had this idea. I didn't want to just work and not learn anything. And I thought having my own business, that'd be more valuable than just going to work and just doing what someone was telling me to do. So I knew I wanted to become my own boss. The books I was reading a lot of self-development and business books, and it got me really motivated to get out there and take action. So I was looking for ideas, and I remember specifically I was having a conversation with my dad, and it was something that is low investment but highly profitable. And I was thinking, my dad gave me the idea of pressure washing. It's not too many things you need, and it's on the move. I just need my car, so that's what gave me the idea. And that's when the my I officially started the business in May of this year, May 2023, and I just had my Lexus, my SUV, and I just had a pressure washer that I borrowed from my grandpa. And yeah, I went out there and started door knocking at first. I reached out on Facebook, Nextdoor app. I have to be honest with you. At first, I thought it was gonna be easy to get customers, but I realized real soon that it wasn't very easy, and I realized that I just had to get my name out there.
Hmm.
It wasn't the fact that I wasn't doing a good job. It's just people didn't know about me. So I knew that was the goal, is start getting 5 stars to my Google account. So I started reaching out the door knocking, like I said, and I got some jobs through there. And it was a great experience from the start. I met some great people, and mainly the part I love about pressure washing, it's not doing the job of love. Of course, I love doing the job also, but it's also the customer service. I believe in any business, it starts with the customer. You have to work your way back. You could have all the cool materials and say the right things, but if the customer is not the your main laser focus, then why run a business? To run a business, you want to make others feel better than before. And I feel like I could get the job done and definitely accomplish that. So it's definitely been a journey, a lot of learning curves.
Yeah.
Just constantly seeking for help, asking around. One thing I've noticed is the difference. I feel like from a person that's successful in business and not successful is not asking. I feel like a lot of people have pride and ego, and I feel like or just too scared. They're afraid to make a difference or take a chance on themselves or on life in general. So I think that's one thing I pride myself is always asking for help, never being afraid to look dumb in front of other people. It's always good to ask because someone else has the answer. So that's what I truly believe in. Currently, I'm trying to grow my business. I'm still seeking on Facebook Nextdoor app. I do have my own Facebook profile page, and like I said, I do have my Google profile also.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Mm.
I'm glad that you shared that you thought it was going to be easy, but it ended up not being easy because I feel like sometimes people are really scared to admit that being in your own business is hard, especially if you don't have any idea of like what it looks like to run a business. And then you start, and then there are just so many things that you're like, I had no idea you had to do this and this and this. And also I know customer service is really big to you because I remember you shared during one of the Toastmasters meetings that there was a mistake that had happened and you had gone out of your way to make sure that it was corrected so the customer was still happy. And it took all day, I remember, and it still took some money, but you wanted to you savored that customer relationship, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, 100%. I know if I feel like personally I did a customer wrong, I won't be able to sleep that night, honestly, and it would just bother me, irk me because I didn't sign up for this business to rip people off or do anything
Yeah.
like that. I want to be honest. I want to be have integrity in my business. I want to have respect for others because I know they work hard for that kind of money, so they definitely deserve to earn it.
Yeah, that's really great that you're willing to go out there, and sometimes it's so easy for people to be like, well, this wasn't fully my fault, so I don't have to go out of my way to fix it, but I know from experience that you did. So I think that's really cool. How have you liked running your business down here in Flagler?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
How have you liked your like running your business in Flagler?
Definitely enjoy it 100%. Like I said, I've met great people around here. I've been in areas that I haven't been to yet, even though I've been here my whole life, basically. Um, yeah, like I said, it was great connections. Like I said, for instance, like I said, I graduated from UCF and my degree's in psychology. So I'm actually interested later on to work in the mental health field.
Mm.
And this one of my clients, customers, he gave me a number to his buddy that works in the mental health field, and he's helped me personally to seek my career further on. And I thought that was a huge help, and stuff like that's just awesome to see and see other people help others, even though they don't know them 100% fully. And that just speaks to the character of Flagler County and people around our area.
Yeah, you're one of the rare people that I've interviewed that have been in Florida their whole life. I feel like I've interviewed like 5 or 7 people so far, and we've all been from up north, we're ruining Florida. Um,
Mm,
but I how so um you were showing us the logo for your business, and I mentioned right before we got on, I would love for you to share a little bit on what your business is called and how you came up with the logo because I really like that.
gotcha. Yeah, a lot of people like the logos. I find
Thank
it funny.
you.
So
The
yeah, my
shark.
business called owner and operator Blastsharkswashing LLC. I don't know if you guys can see the logo. There's a logo of the
Yeah.
shark. So
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
shark with a Hawaiian shirt with abs and the shades there on. So the reason why I pick a shark is because me and my buddy we used to go to the gym and that's the thing we used to call ourselves sharks. And then the shades is because I like to do marathons, triathlons. I'm active. I like to see myself as an athlete. I played sports back in high school. So I like to stay fit and active. So it's my jog. I always like to wear shades like those, just like those.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the shark has abs and muscles because why not? That's pretty cool.
Right.
And plus,
Yeah.
I love going to the gym. That's definitely one of my passions. Oh, on the Hawaiian shirt, I love Hawaiian shirts. I think they're definitely a great look. They're definitely a party vibe. Every time I saw a guy with a Hawaiian shirt, I always thought that was the coolest guy in the place. So I was like, let me get a Hawaiian shirt, and I started wearing it myself and I felt cool with it. And yeah, I just felt like it's a shark. It would be a great look and it sticks out. That's
Yeah.
why I feel like it sticks out and it's funny. I feel like it's me. It's part of me. So I see my own business as something internally as me. So
Yeah.
I take great pride in my business.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. All the energy every time you talk about it, every time you share about it, it definitely comes across so everyone can feel it, which I think is a really big proponent of having your own business is you need people to see that you are passionate. Otherwise, they're just not gonna you could have the best service available, but they're not gonna believe you and they won't buy. You talked a lot about building connections and networking. What are some tips you have for people who, didn't know anything, don't know anything about networking? So this is basic, bottom, there's tier one. What advice would you have for kind of getting out of that comfort zone?
Gotcha. Yeah, good question. Just got to put yourself out there, take action. Like I said, currently, like you already know about this, but I am a part of a mastermind group. They call it. It's a group of like-minded people that join together and we talk about business or anything issues we have in our business or triumphs. And that's definitely has helped me personally to it feels like a team almost because once you graduate from college, you kind of lose that and you feel kind of isolated in moments. So to have that team behind your back, it's definitely rewarding and it feels like people support you behind you. So definitely put yourself out there. I know there's definitely networking groups out there. I have a buddy of mine who's David Paul. He's a insurance broker here in Flagler County. He knows all the networking groups. He goes like 5, 6 per week. And I've been to a couple, and he's definitely invited me to those. And yeah, those are definitely great experiences. And you usually have to give yourself an elevator um, topic. Like you come up and speak to people for 30 seconds about your business. And it's just nice to go out there and forget about the business. It's just nice and talking to people in general. Just having a relationship because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, my business won't matter if, 50, 60 years, 100 years from now, but the impact that you leave towards people or conversations you had or something that you could learn from someone, that's what's most impactful to me.
Yeah, I think those are really great tips. You mentioned you didn't that just talking to people is really great, especially in person. I mean, I wasn't here during COVID, during the pandemic, so I don't know how that affected stuff, but like where I was from, we were
Mm,
completely shut down for networking for in-person networking for about 3 years. So it's only I think now in 2023 it's more in person again for the most part.
mm,
But it was very either hybrid or virtual for about 2 years solidly.
gotcha. Good to know.
Crazy how we're all in the same country, but we have like completely different experiences when it comes to these things.
Yeah,
Um,
facts. Facts.
yeah. So, what is the best way that someone can support or get to know a little bit about your services?
It's a good
Like on
question.
social media, like where can they reach you, find you, things
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, definitely. You can find me, like I said, Facebook, Nextdoor app. I do have my own YouTube channel. So if you go to my personal Facebook or Facebook page, you could definitely find that. Like I said, you have a Google page. And I'm always around Flagler County. I door knock in the B section, C section, P. Yeah, I try to get there. I try to get out there as much as possible. Like you said, I leave my yard signs so people can see them. Um, but yeah, definitely text me anytime. My number's usually out there. If you don't have my number, I say right now 904-515-6660. And yeah, definitely reach out and give me a text, and I'm willing to give a quote anytime. Usually, but yeah, I feel like once word by mouth gets out there, I feel like it's definitely a lot easier to grow your business in general.
Yeah. Well, kudos to you. You're doing the hard work of door knocking. A lot of people nowadays they won't do it. Me included. I have done door knocking in the past, and there's a reason I don't do it as much because I'm not comfortable with it. And it's like one of those things where you just have to push yourself, I feel.
Yeah,
So huge hats off.
people. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, this. I feel like people have this notion of yeah, you're bothering that person, but how else are you supposed to do it?
Yeah,
Eventually, yeah, you might get rejected 20, 30 times in a row, but there's always gonna be eventually that it's gonna be that one person and be like, oh wow, yes, this is perfect, perfect timing. My wife has been bothering me about this. Yeah, let's do it today. And I've had a couple
right.
of people like that, and you never know who
Cool.
you're gonna meet. You never know who
That's
you're
so
gonna meet
true.
one day. So
Yeah, you have a great outlook on it. I need to steal that from you. Um, well, Ryan, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me and sharing a little bit about your business. I really love your story and what you're doing because you're a go-getter, which is super cool. Is there any last thing you'd kind of like to throw out there before we wrap it up?
no, that's I think, but I like to say one quote is, I'm a big Steve Jobs fan, and I thought Steve Jobs and he said one time, you can never connect the dots looking forward, but you can only connect the dots looking backwards. And I thought it's
Mm,
really impactful for me, and I think that could be impactful for anyone that goes through certain adversity or experiences in their life and understand why certain things happen, and really understand themselves even more in the process. And while you understand yourself more, you understand other people and you connect
mm.
with other people. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
That's really great. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate it. And I'll put all of his links in the description. So if anyone wants to check it out, you definitely should. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.